Good morning, everyone. I hope your day is off to an amazing start. Happy Easter, by the way. So, like I mentioned in the group yesterday, we are going to pull 7 cards today. And you know what? I have actually already shuffled and pulled them to save time. So, let's dive in and get started. The first card we have today is Maeve, and this first card actually represents you. So we have Maeve, rhythm and cycles. Honor the cycles of your body, energy levels, and emotions. So the message from Maeve is all of life is cyclical. The moon, the stars, and the very universe. Life inhales and then exhales again. So why should you be surprised or upset that you too have cycles? There are times where you feel energized, awake, alive. There are other times when you feel isolated and shy. Your body too goes through pronounced cycles and changes. Celebrate these rhythms and embrace them as the essence of your lifeblood that courses through you. So, a couple of ways that you can take this card is, in particularly, female gynecological changes, maybe starting menses or menopause, for example. Maybe those are an issue for you. Another way you could take it is make time to rest. Or, maybe take some steps to alleviate any depression or lethargy you might be feeling. Take better care of yourself, of your body. Seek help if you're dealing with any type of emotional crisis, and always allow yourself to grieve and to take time off. Know that if you're feeling some sort of lull, this doesn't last forever. The doorway of opportunity has opened up, and you need to walk through it right now. So just, a little bit about Maeve. She is a Celtic goddess. Maeve celebrates her femininity. Her sexual appetite is legendary, and she's been said to favor kings as her lovers. Legend says that Maeve invoked labor pains on an army seeking to invade her land, and she demanded that the battle cease during her menstrual cycle. So you want to call upon Maeve for relief with pain associated with any type of feminine cycles, things like menstruation or even labor and delivery or menopause. Now the second card we have is Hathor. Now the second card represents your life. So Hathor is about receptivity. Allow yourself to receive. This will increase your intuition, energy, and ability to give to others. So the message we get from Hathor is you have a maternal side to you that naturally cares for those in need, yet this must be balanced with receptivity or the flow is blocked. Receiving is the essence of the feminine energy, and it means allowing yourself to receive with grace and gratitude. If you feel guilty when asking others for help, or if you feel bad about receiving gifts, then you block your own feminine energy. Your receptivity is just as natural as your nurturing, giving energy. Receptivity allows you to better hear the voices of the angels. When you receive, you have more resources to give to others. Begin by noticing the hundreds of gifts you receive each day, whether it be seeing beauty in nature, witnessing and touching another human moment, or being hugged by a loved one. Simply say thank you for each gift and know that they're filling up your storehouse, keeping the divine flow going strong. So a couple of ways you can kind of take this card is maybe be still and listen, or release guilt about receiving. Always ask for any help that you may need. Increase your psychic awareness. Know that you're in a learning cycle and healing is occurring. It could also mean be more in your feminine energy, or it could even mean child conception, pregnancy, or birth, including adoption, or a favorable custody arrangements are issues in your life. Now, a little bit about Hathor. This beloved Egyptian goddess is represented by the head of a cow to symbolize the sacred animal's life, giving milk and mothering. Hathor is is a benevolent sky and sun goddess who helps all with aspects of children conception, birthing, and raising. Call upon Hathor to guide you in nurturing yourself and your loved ones. Now for our third card, we have Isis. Now your third card represents, something that will support something that supports your happiness. Now let's see, Isis, past life. This situation involves your past life memories. So the message that comes from Isis is your roots upon this planet are strong and deep, and some of the roots have anchored you in past memories from faraway times. These roots have anchored you so deeply, in fact, that you're paralyzed when it comes to moving forward. I've called your attention to this condition so that you may unearth and uproot past memories. Sometimes you bury those memories to shield yourself from psychic pain or embarrassment, so you won't remember those awkward moments when life tested you to the maximum. Reveal those lessons to yourself now, strong sorceress, and move forward with the confidence that you have sage wisdom behind you. So there are a couple of ways you can kind of take this card. Maybe, and especially in relating to supporting your happiness. It might mean, get a past life regression to gain insight and get some answers. Or ancient fears from past lives are surfacing right now. These are things you want to recognize and to deal with to help support your happiness. You've known the person that you're inquiring about in a past life. Yeah, this card, you can also take it as your current situation relates to a childhood issue. So a little bit about Isis. Now this Egyptian high priestess moon goddess is regarded as one of the most important ancient deities because of her many functions and her vivid history. She's simultaneously motherly and businesslike, feminine and ultra strong. Isis brought her murdered husband Osiris back to life, and they conceived their beloved son Horus, the falcon-headed pharaoh. Unfortunately, Osiris was murdered beyond repair, and after conception, Isis devoted her attention to raising Horus. Isis also convinced the sun god Ra to tell her his secret names that contained vibrational tones and that created instant manifestations. Thus, Isis is known as the goddess of divine magic and alchemy. You can call upon her for assistance in many areas, including help with past life memory. Now this is definitely interesting. For our fourth card, we've got Guinevere. Now your fourth card is typically, something you need to overcome, maybe a restriction, something that you're dealing with. And so we've got Guinevere, which is true love. The romantic stirrings in your heart have propelled the universe to deliver great love to you. That's awesome. So the message from Guinevere is romance is not an outmoded concept, far from it. Romance is a time-honored precept of merging with the divine as it's manifest with another human being. Romance is also playfulness, which heralds springtime, flowers, new life. You don't need to be in a partnership to invoke romance, however. You can manifest it for yourself through laughter, surrounding yourself with beauty, and indulging in luxurious treats. Romance is the life force of the universe, and this is a worthwhile goal indeed. Very interesting. So various meanings of this card could mean, your soulmate relationship has arrived or is soon arriving. It could also mean there's a renewed passion in an existing relationship. Maybe it means that you're a very romantic person, or that your romantic needs aren't being met, and you maybe need to take some steps to alleviate this. Now, a little bit about Guinevere. This Celtic triple goddess has ancient roots proceeding with Arthurian times, when she was known as Gwenhwyfar. In her original form, her name meant White One or White Phantom. She was a powerful goddess invoked for both fertility and as a bridge to take the dead to the afterlife plane. During the times of Avalon, Glastonbury, and King Arthur, she became Guinevere. To become king, Arthur had to merge with or marry Gwenhwyfar, the goddess who ruled over the land. And so Gwenhwyfar became the astonishingly beautiful Guinevere, the queen bride of the new King Arthur. Legend holds that her heart really belonged to Arthur's cousin Lancelot, however. Today, she helps us ensure that we enter into partnerships with our true love, and that she assists in keeping that love alive. So this is amazing. So we can kind of take this a few different ways. Love in its, romantic love in its most traditional sense in terms of partnership with another person. But also it could mean that, through this new time, and especially with today being Easter, but being in this springtime, that, romance, like it said, is, like she says, is also playfulness, which heralds springtime flowers and new life. You don't need to be in a partnership to evoke romance. So this is definitely an interesting card, especially coming up if it's an area that maybe you're struggling with or that you need to overcome, that you can create romance within your own life. Now we've got our fifth card, Kuan Yin. Absolutely love this card. It's a gorgeous card. Now your fifth card, that is a message from your guides, all right? Now Kuan Yin says compassion. Release judgments about yourself and others and focus on love and light that's within everyone. Now the message from Kuan Yin is gentleness is the strength behind true power. And it comes from from feeding yourself with nourishing words, thoughts, deeds, intentions, and all forms of foods. Shield yourself from harshness by placing an intention to attract only kind and gentle life lessons in relationships. Transform harshness into gentleness by refusing to see anything but shining light that's within each person and situation. This intention begins with your relationship with yourself. Be very gentle with yourself in all ways. Be happy, be kind, be sweet, but most of all, be true to you. Now, there are a couple of ways, obviously, that you can take this card as well. And this card, it could be taken as maybe you need to release guilt and shame to heaven for healing and transmutation. Also means, keep your thoughts about yourself and others positive. Gossip or bad mouthing of yourself and others, avoid those things. Forgive yourself or forgive others. Don't be too hard on yourself or others. Relief, perfectionism tendencies. Now, a little bit about Kuan Yin. The Eastern goddess Kuan Yin hears all prayers and is the essence of purity, nurturing love, and gentle power. Kuan Yin is a Bodhisattva, meaning that she's eligible for Buddhahood, and I apologize for any mispronunciation. Yet she's always vowed to stay near Earth until all beings are enlightened. This youthful and beautiful goddess helps us to feel compassion and mercy towards ourselves and others. She's also a protectress of women and children, and she awakens musical interests and abilities as well as psychic clairvoyance. Now for our sixth card, we have Aphrodite. This is a message from your angels. Now, Aphrodite, inner goddess, awaken the goddess within you through dance, self-care, and appreciating your divinity. The message from Aphrodite: allow your inner feminine wisdom and dynamic beauty to rise to the surface. Cherish its power and meaningfulness. No matter whether your physical body is male or female, you have inner femininity that nurtures you and guides you with its intuitive principles. Now is the time to become aware of it, take excellent care of it, and celebrate your magnificence. Various meanings of this card could include, balance your male energy more with your female energy, or maybe you need to take steps to heal your sexuality. Being feminine, or enjoy being feminine, dance more often, be receptive. In relationships, allow your softer side to come forward. Don't hide your femininity, maybe dress in more feminine ways, for example. So a little bit about Aphrodite. Aphrodite is a Greek goddess of passion and love who is associated with the planet Venus. Aphrodite's name means foam-born. As legend says, she sprang from her father Uranus's castrated genitals, which were cast into the ocean. Thus, Aphrodite represents unabashed female sexual energy. Aphrodite helps women feel comfortable with their bodies and sexuality. She helps both genders to experience more passion in their relationships and to become more balanced as far as individual male and female energy is concerned. Wow, now this is an absolutely amazing card. Your seventh card comes direct from your heart. Pele, divine passion. Be honest with yourself. What's your true heart's desire? What's your heart's true desire? So the message we get from Pele is, if you listen to the sound of your heart and breathe, you'll recognize the ancient rhythms of your own internal drumming. This forever connects you to the mother of all creation and the sound of the planet Earth. These rhythms can't be faked or forged. They're natural and eternal. What part of you are you trying to ignore? What part of you has been overlaid with concern of pleasing others to the detriment of hearing the sounds of your own rhythm? Dear child, reach out and extend your arms to embrace your dreams. They're just as much a part of nature as the trees, the animals, and the sunsets. Don't your own dreams deserve the same respect you accord everyone else and everything that you love? Listen to them, my child. Listen to your dreams. They will activate the powerful eruption of passion in your life. Don't be afraid of your own passion, for it will propel you naturally and will excite and invigorate you. When you dance to the rhythms of your life, you're truly always alive. Wow, that's absolutely gorgeous. Now, a couple of ways you can take this card. Maybe it means something like make sure that your career matches your true interests, or take a class or start a hobby that really excites you. Maybe you need to change jobs or go on a wonderful trip. You might even consider investing time and money in manifesting your dreams. Give yourself permission to go for it, whatever it is. Maybe it's start a new business, or, the main thing, make an honest assessment of how you spend your time. List your priorities. So a little bit about Pele. She's a Hawaiian goddess, the Hawaiian goddess of volcanoes. Pele's dynamic strength is sometimes misunderstood. She shows us that fire can purify, release us from the old, make way for the new, and ignite our passions. Without fire, nothing would change. So call upon Pele when you need help, to kind of get in touch with your true passion and to change your motivation and excitement. Pele will help you feel everything on a deeper level, so be unafraid of taking action to manifest your heart's desires. Wow, that is absolutely awesome. I'm standing here and I think we are going to, we're going to grab 2 more cards. Just a minute. All right, so I think we are going to grab one from this life purpose deck. And Archangel Michael, is there anything we need to know life purpose wise this week? Okay. So our life purpose card for the week, travel. Very interesting. Your life purpose involves traveling. Now, you drew this card as validation of what you already knew, that your life's work involves traveling. You may be called on to be of service in faraway places, or it could be that a life-changing travel experience will give you a breakthrough information about your divine purpose. Like a traveling minstrel, you'll bring blessings wherever you go. So this card also speaks to movement in your life, with adventurous and life-enhancing changes occurring for you now and in the immediate future. By letting go of the old and stepping into these changes, you gain the sense of meaning and fulfillment that you desired. The former stagnation is replaced with passion for new projects and relationships. So definitely an interesting interpretation. A third way you can kind of take this card is that your life purpose involves technology, especially with respect to computers and telecommunications. So this could signal telecommuting, where you work from home via computer, or it could literally mean that your work involves computer programming cells and stuff like that. And we are going to grab one last fairy card. See if our fairies have any messages for the week. Now this is quite a very specific message from our fairies. Look at that. It says, get some exercise. As your body becomes stronger, you begin to feel stronger in all ways. Now the fairies know the importance of physical activity. They play, dance, run around daily to keep themselves in good physical shape. Moreover, they know that exercise is the secret to lasting energy, health, and happiness. It's a wonderful stress reducer, and it can improve every area of your life, including your career, your finances, and your relationships. Now, you got this card because your body is crying out for cardiovascular and muscular stimulation. If you ask the fairies, they'll help you find time and motivation to exercise in fun ways. Now, another couple of ways you can take this card is maybe you need to do something physical today, or take a cue from the fairies and take dance lessons. Exercise outdoors in nature to benefit from the fresh air and sunshine. Also, it's going to help increase your connection to the fairies. Maybe do some yoga or some Tai Chi, or maybe some sort of Eastern exercise techniques. Exercise with your kids or your loved ones. You may even consider joining a sports team to meet new friends, or, mainly say positive affirmations to and about your body. All in all, we've got a really pretty awesome reading for the week. Very motivating, very encouraging. One thing I love about these oracle cards is that they always leave me feeling very supported and encouraged by the universe. So we remember that our life card, or our self card for today was cycles and rhythms, to remember that we go through cycles and rhythms. Hathor, receptivity with our feminine essence, that the divine feminine is essentially a receptacle. When you think of even your physical body, the feminine aspect of our bodies are receptacles. So the more we receive, the more that we can give. We got a message from Isis to clear up things from our past lives, maybe things that we're dealing with, or we need to deal with things from our childhood to help support our happiness. Guinevere tells us that an obstacle we need to overcome, or something we need to consider, is our true love. And it isn't necessarily in the physical sense of two people coming together, but even loving ourselves. So maybe some of us need to spend some time this week really focusing and loving ourselves. And the more that we love ourselves, we attract that love, but it also helps us to love others. And our message from our guides, from Kuan Yin, compassion, to have compassion with ourselves and to have compassion with others, to see the light and the love in ourselves and in the world, to not be so judgmental. The message from our angels sends Aphrodite, inner goddess. Aphrodite, a goddess of love and divine feminine, reminding us to step into our divine feminine this week, to love ourselves. And then a message from our heart, to follow our heart, to tune into our heart, to listen to our heart, to recognize and to realize what it is that our true hearts desire. And our life purpose card, travel. It may mean you may receive something from physically traveling. And for some of you, it may mean something not as physical as a travel, but also things that you may be doing in your personal life and in terms of your career. And then also, the fairies remind us to get some exercise, to nurture our bodies, to nurture our physical self. And one thing you always hear me say is total wellness is mind, body, and spirit. It's like a tripod of health. We can't short one without shorting all the others. So anyway, I hope that you found this reading informational today, that it was helpful to you. If you have any questions, by all means, please don't hesitate to leave any comments or send me a message. I appreciate you greatly for being here. Happy Easter. I hope you have a magnificent day, and I will see you in the group. And as always, you know the deal. Grab a glass of water, chug a lug, hit like when you're done. Social it up. Make smart choices. See you soon. Bye.